Very good morning, students. In chemistry, today we are going to discuss one important concept, and in further it is more useful and frequently using word that how to find also we can see in this class. Okay, what that means? Valency. Valency in Kannada it is we can call as samyojikate. Carefully see. Here valency first definition is the combining capacity of an element is known as valency. The combining capacity of an element is known as valency. Carefully see, sir, why elements are combined with other elements. If you go little bit this information, generally in periodic table almost 118 means 118 elements are there. All the elements are not stable in the nature. Reason, you see, all the elements are not possessing stable electronic configuration. Is a stable electronic configuration. So those elements not possess stable electronic configuration, they are generally unstable. To get the stability, these elements are combined with other elements by the loss of electrons or by the gain of electrons. So that while that combining capacity is that combining capacity, it is the measure of number of electron loss or gain. Finally, to get stable configuration. This is clear. So in nature, every substance it is try to move towards stability side. In generally, that in that way only some elements are participate in combination in is nothing but chemical participate in chemical reaction with other elements. What's that? To attain stable configuration. Generally, the elements which are having 8 electrons in the valency shell, they are more stable. That configuration we can call as what's an octet configuration. Why 8 electron more stable means they given one reason. If you take one atom, if you arrange it inside this cube, these 8 electrons are occupied these 8 corners of the cube. If the atom taken inside the atom, these 8 electrons, you see this is the electron. These 8 electrons goes to the corners, and the equal symmetrical arrangement, it gives the more stability for the atom. Is it clear? So for that reason, that atoms try to attain a octet configuration. But some elements with 2 electron also, lower elements, it can show the stability with even 2 electrons also. Sir, in previous classes you listened Bohr's theory. According to Bohr's model, if you take in this Bohr's model, this is nucleus. Around the nucleus, here orbits are there. These are orbit. The circular path around the nucleus is called orbits. Okay, these orbits we can name as K, L, M, N and so on. Otherwise, they will give number a small n equal to 1, small n equal to 2, small n is equal to 3. Sir, the number of, carefully see, number of electrons, the maximum number of electrons occupies each orbit is equal to 2n square, minimum 0 also will be present. Okay, 0 1 2 3, maximum electron 2n square. Based on this, first orbit means what, sir? N is equal to 1. Here 2n square, 2 into 1 whole square is nothing but what, sir? 2 electrons. In second orbit, what will happen? Second orbit means n equal to 2. Maximum electrons are 2 into 2 square is nothing but 4, 8. 2 square means 4, 4 into 2, 8. How many electrons are there? 8 electrons. In third orbit, maximum electrons 2 into 3 whole square is nothing but 18 electrons. Like this you can calculate and you see. So to get the stability in first orbit, maximum 2 electron, second orbit 8 electron, third orbit 18 electrons should be present. So some elements I am going to check the valency. You see, sir, element, okay, electrons, number of electrons present, valency. I am going to checking like this. Okay, first you see in this method, later then general definitions are there, easily we can calculate by using that one. Okay, now suppose hydrogen you take. Hydrogen, what's that? Here how many electrons present in this atom means number of electrons in neutral atom is equal to its atomic number. Hydrogen atomic number 1, in neutral atom of hydrogen contain only 1 electron. So hydrogen alli ಎಷ್ಟು electron ಇದೆಯಮ್ಮ? Only 1 electron. According to this formula, hydrogen 1 electron means here only present first electron. To get the stability, how many electrons are required? First orbit means maximum 2 electrons are required. Is it clear? But here how many electrons are there? Only 1 electron. Okay, now to get the stability, extra how many electrons are required? 1. So this hydrogen going to combine one more electron. So that's why its combining capacity of this hydrogen is 1. Valency of hydrogen is 1. Next come to helium. Helium atomic number 2. Means how many electrons are there? 2 electrons. Is it clear? 2 electrons. The 2 electron where it is present? 1 plus 1. In first orbit only. Okay, now first orbit completely filled. Okay, to get the stability, how many extra electrons are required? You see, the maximum capacity of first orbit 2 electron. It is completely filled. Is it clear? Completely filled. How many extra electron required means no need to require any electron. Reason, this orbit capacity 2 electrons, already 2 electrons present in that atom. That's why what will happen? This helium, it is not combined with any other atom's electron. So combining capacity of this helium we are going to consider as 0. Lithium atomic number 3. So how many electrons are there? 3 electrons. Here 2 electrons in first orbit. Extra how many electrons are there? Only 1. That electron we can fill in third electron. It is going to third electron going towards it. Dot second shows here cross is nothing but electron. Third electron I fill here. To get the stability, actually second orbit, total how many electrons required? In second orbit, it should possess 8 electron. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಲಿಥಿಯಂಗೆ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು? 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಈ 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದಾವೆ? ಒಂದೇ ಉಳಿದದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 7 electrons are required. Is it clear? 7 electron required. Otherwise, if it loses 1 electron, it getting first orbit fulfilled configuration. So here lithium having two options. ಅಂದರೆ ಲಿಥಿಯಂಗೆ ಎರಡು ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಏನದು? 1, gaining of 7 electron to fulfill octet configuration, or losing of 1 electron to get the helium configuration. Which is easy? Losing of 1 electron easy as compared to gaining of 7 electron. So its combining capacity of lithium is only 1. What that is? Loss of electron. Okay, now come to it. Oxygen. Sorry, carbon you see. Later I'll go to the oxygen. Carbon atomic number 6. 6 electron means in first orbital 2. Okay, 1, 2. In remaining how many electron? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In second orbit 4 electrons are there. To get the stability, this carbon required how many electrons? Actually second orbit capacity, how many electron? Second orbit can accommodate 8 electrons. But only here 4 there. How many extra electrons are required? 8 electrons. Sorry, again 4 electrons are required. So combining capacity of carbon is 4. Combining capacity of carbon is 4. Like that we can check. Okay. So next one, you see oxygen. Atomic number 8. Here 2 electrons over, remaining a total 8. 8ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದಾವೆ, ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಷ್ಟು 6 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 electrons. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಲೂಸ್ 6 electrons or gain 2 electron, which is easy. Gaining of 2 electron is easy as compared to loss of 6 electrons. So your oxygen combining capacity is nothing but valency is 2. Valency of this one is 2. Okay, now next one, some other element. You see, in the same way I am going to check this silicon. Silicon atomic number 14. This is number of electrons, sir. I am going to write valency. Valency to write, here you see 14 electron how to fill? First orbitally 2, okay. Second orbitally 8, 6, 7, 8. So total in up to second how many electrons over? 2 plus 8, 10 electrons over. Remaining how many electrons are there? 4. That 4 will goes into the fourth orbit. That will goes into the fourth orbit. Sorry, that 4 electron goes into third orbit. To get the stability, how many extra electrons are required? Generally third orbit total electron 18. You remember 18 electron not required. If you are getting only 8 electrons in third orbit, that is also stable configuration. Reason here, according to octet rule, if the orbit or outermost orbit means last orbit, if contain 8 electrons, it is more stable. That's why to get the octet configuration, extra how many electrons are required here? To reach here 4, it to become 8 in this orbit, extra how many electrons are required? 4 only. So silicon can exhibit what's that? Valency 4. Is it clear? So to check the valency, what we are saying, sir, valency is nothing but combining capacity of an element. Why elements are going to combined with other elements, with electrons of other element? Main intention is to get the stability. How to get the stability? Atom or ion which are contained 8 electrons in the valency shell, that configuration we call as, what's it? Octet configuration. Those elements having octet configuration, they are more stable as compared to other elements. Is it clear? To get that 8 electron, some elements ready to lose electrons, some elements ready to gain electrons. But loss of electron or gain of electron intention is to fulfill octet configuration or to maintain stability. So that is we are expressed in terms of valency. Hydrogen only 1 electron to get the stability. One extra how many electron? This first orbit capacity 2, 1 electron only there, and so it can able to take 1 more electron. Helium in 2 electron there, so it not ready, already completely filled first orbit. That's why it not ready to lose electron, not ready to take electron. Is it clear? So helium valency is 0. Okay. Lithium 3 electron. So 3 means year 2, year 1. Remaining how many electrons required? 7. Or it loses 1, which is easy means 1. Loss of 1 electron is easy, so valency 1. Carbon 6. 6 means first orbit to second orbit 4. To get the octet here, in extra in 4 electrons are required. That's why its valency is 4. Is it clear? Now, in basic definition wise, without this diagram, as per definition, how we will check the valency? You have to see, sir. Next one, you see, sir, to find valency of an element. To find valency of an element, here hydrogen, chlorine and oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen elements are, or otherwise you write like this, oxygen are taken as standard elements. What is the meaning standard element means? To find other elements valency. Hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen, we are taken as standard elements. Andre, by using these 3 elements, hydrogen, chlorine and oxygen, by using these 3 elements, we can estimate or determine valency of other elements. How we can estimate that and all we have to check, sir. Okay. Now, valency with respect to hydrogen and chlorine. Hydrogen and chlorine. See, sir, definition. The number of hydrogen or chlorine atoms that combine with one atom of given element is called valency. Is called valency. The number of hydrogen or chlorine atoms that combined with one atom of given element is called valency of that element, given element. It is nothing but given element valency. Just some examples you see, sir. Compound valency. Here I am taken CH4. CH4. Carefully see. Here this is the carbon. This carbon, one carbon atom, it is going to combine with how many hydrogen atoms? 4. So here one carbon atom combined with 4 hydrogen atom. Therefore, this carbon atom valency is 4. This carbon atom valency is 4. In the same way, you see, sir, NH3. Nitrogen valency 3. Okay. H2O. Oxygen valency, each oxygen atom combined with 2 hydrogens. So valency what's that? 2. HF. Fluorine valence. Carefully see. I am not telling about here hydrogen valency. Hydrogen is 1. Sorry. With this carbon combined with 4 hydrogen. So valency of carbon is 4. Here valency of nitrogen is 3. Valency of oxygen is 2. Valency of fluorine is 1. Okay. Here valency of chlorine is 1. Is a clean. Here chlorine valency. Or else here hydrogen valency also 1. We can take like this. Here you see, sir, PCl3. PCl3 valency. PCl3 means what's here? Here phosphorus combined with 3 chlorines. So how many chlorine combined with this phosphorus? That is 3. So its valency is 3. NCl3 valency 3. PCl5. In this compound, phosphorus combined with 5 chlorines. So here phosphorus valency is 5. Is a cleaner. Like this, by seeing this type of compounds, we can estimate valency. How, sir? The number of hydrogen atoms or chlorine atoms that can combine with one atom of an element is called what, sir? Valency of that element. Valency of that element. In the same way, we can see valency with respect to hydrogen, with respect to oxygen. Sir, valency with respect to oxygen atom is, sir, double the number of oxygen atoms. Double the number of oxygen atoms that combined with one atom of an element is called valency of that element. Valency of that element. Okay now. Look at it. By seeing the example, we get easy idea. Compound valency. Suppose CO2 you take, sir. This carbon combined with here how many oxygen atoms? 2. Double number of the oxygen atom is nothing but valency of that element. Means here 2 oxygen atom, valence it become 2 into 2, 4. Okay. Now NO2, this nitrogen combined with 2 oxygen atom, 2 into 2, 4. Okay. Next, you see, sir, Al2O3. Here 2 aluminiums combined with 3 oxygen. Valency for 2 aluminum atom, total valency how much sir? 6. 3 into 2, 6. Are you able to follow my words? Carefully see. 3 into 2, 6. Here 2 aluminum atom, together it combined with 3 oxygen atom. So 3 into 2, 6. This valency belongs to 2 aluminum atom. Now valency we should tell for only one atom. Valency of one aluminum. Valency means we can tell for only one atom. Double the number of oxygen atom that combined with one atom. So valency always we can tell for one atom only. So for 2 aluminum atom together valency 6. But you don't write 6 here. But for one aluminum atom, what is the valency means? Sir, for 2 aluminum 6. For 1 means what will happen? 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. So here aluminum valency 3 sir. In the same way N2O, here 2 nitrogen together 2. For each nitrogen what sir? 1. N2O5. Here 2 nitrogen together 5 into 2, 10. For 2 nitrogen 10. For 1 nitrogen it become 5. Is it clear? This is the valency of different elements with respect to oxygen atom. Okay. With respect to oxygen atom we can take like this. In the same SO2, here 2 into 2, 4. SO3, what's that? 2 into 3, 6. Only one atom is there. Double is there means what you have to take? That is reduced to half. Okay now. 5 into 2, 10. This is belongs to 2 nitrogen atom. Per 1 nitrogen is 5. Is it clear? This is the valency of different elements with respect to oxygen. Before this we seen valency with respect to what's that? Hydrogen and chlorine. In periods left to right, how to change this valency? We have to see sir. Come to here. Group number 1, 2 means S black sir. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 groups I am taken. Means if you see the periodic table, it appear like this sir. This is the periodic table. Okay. In this periodic table, this is S black, this part. This is P black, this is D black. Here S 1 and 2, 13 to 18 P black sir. 13 to 18 P block elements. One group, first group and second group, first and second belongs to S black. For these groups, how to valency it exhibit with respect to oxygen scale and hydrogen scale. Carefully see. First, valency electrons. Valency electron means outermost shell, last shell containing electron. You see, first group valency electron 1, second group 2, 13th group valency shell, last shell 3, 13 minus 10. Here 14 minus 10 means 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Here you see valency on hydrogen scale. Valency on hydrogen scale. How it is there you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Next one. Valency on oxygen scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0. Look at here, very important. With respect to hydrogen in from first group to 18th group valency increases up to 4, again decreases to 0. Is that clear? The examples also will see, sir. Here 1 to 4 increases, after that again decreases on hydrogen scale. But on oxygen scale, valency 1 to 7 increases up to 17th group. 18th group, it is stable configuration. That's why it not participate in either loss of electron or gain of electron. That's why its valency becomes 0. Okay, for this example you have to see, sir. Here I am going to take the third period elements, sir. What are the elements third period? In first group, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. Okay now. See, sir. Hydrides means this element, what type of hydrides it forms? You see, NaH, MgH2, AlH3, SiH4, PH3, H2S, HCl, no compound. No compound. Look at here. Sir, valency on hydrogen scale. Valency on hydrogen scale. You see, what is there here? Here this sodium combined with only one hydrogen. So, on hydrogen scale, with respect to hydrogen, what is the valency of sodium? 1. Here 2. This is 3. 3 hydrogens. 4 hydrogen. 4. 3. 2 hydrogens, here 1 hydrogen. So, here there is 0, not combined, 0. Next, oxides. Sodium oxide, Na2O, MgO, Al2O3, SiO2, P2O5, SO3, Cl2O7. No compound. Now you tell valency on oxygen scale. Here how many sodium atoms combined with one oxygen? Sir, number of oxygen 1. So 1 into 2, 2, sir. This valency, it is belongs to 2 sodium atoms. Per 1 sodium atom, how much, sir? 1. So this is 1. Next, here 1 magnesium atom combined with 1 oxygen. So 1 into 2, 2. Al2O3 already we seen. Here 2 aluminum combined with 3 oxygens. So what will happen? It becomes 6 by 2. It is 3. What's that? SiO2, 1 silicon combined with 2 oxygens. So 4. It is 10 by 2. 5 oxygens, so 5 into 2. But how many phosphorus are there? 2. So 10 by 2, 5. SO3, 6. Here you see, sir, 7 into 2, 14. Belongs to 2 chlorine atom. For 1 chlorine atom, how much it become? 7. Is it clear? 0. Carefully see, these are the values. With respect to oxygen, continuously increases up to 7. But with respect to hydrogen, what's our maximum valency is 4. After that again, that valency will be decreases. Is it clear? This is the valency. By seeing the compound, we can easily estimate what's our combining capacity of element. That is nothing but valency. Okay. One more small concept we are. Sir, one more small concept we are going to discuss here, that is nomenclature of elements. So, ಮೂಲಕ ನಾಮೀಕರಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ನಾಮಿನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. Sir, already names then hydrogen, lithium, ion. Why we are giving to the names? If you are getting this doubt, you see, sir, in periodic table, which elements are not discovered, for that last, some gaps are they left. Nowadays, due to competition, due to sophisticated techniques, ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು technology ಇದೆ. So based on this sophisticated technology, there in different countries, different competitive experiments are going on. That's why if they found in Russia, they are giving one name. American, they find one name they are given. Our Indian peoples, if they find, they are giving one name. My name only should be present in periodic table. Like that, competition is going on. To avoid this competition, IUPAC, International Union of Pure Applied Chemistry, this organization, they made some rules to avoid the competition. Just one example I will tell you what competition happened. Sir, in periodic table, atomic number 104. Actually, here if different names, if the American periodic table, if you purchased, they will write RF is nothing but Rutherfordium. But if you take the Russian periodic table, in that you see, sir, KW, Kuchavatonium. Okay, now, so this is the unnecessary ambiguities raised between different names for one element. That's why, to avoid this confusion, they made some rules to give the naming. Okay, now, which elements? The element which are having atomic number greater than 100. Suppose atomic number greater than 100. Then what we are taking, sir? Greater than 100. What will happen? They are using this nomenclature. To do this nomenclature, very simple, sir. Some words I will give you, see, sir. Number, name, symbol. 1, 2. Sorry, first you take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at here. 0 means nil. We are using an. Okay, now 1, an. An means actually uni, sir. We are using an. So it is u. 2 means by, symbol b. Carefully see. 3, try, T, 4. Sir, here tetra actually, but we are using here quad. We won't, sir, every first letter cannot repeat anyone. Okay, that's why quad. So what we are getting here? Q. 5, pent, P. 6, hex, H. Here actually hept should become, but H repeated, that's why we are using sept. Yes. Next one, 8, 9. Here 8, oct, O, 9. Actually it is N, it becomes known instead of known, ENN, N we are using. So symbol E we are using. If you know these symbols correctly, 0, N, 1, un, 2, by, try, T, 4, quad, 5, pent, 6, hex, 7, sept, SEPT, 8, oct, 9, N, E symbol. By using this symbol, you write the name. Suppose 1, 1, 4. For this, how to write the name, you see, sir. Element number is atomic number 114. How to write name, you see, sir. 114. 1 means what we write? Un. Plus. Again, 1 is there. So again you write un. 4 means what, sir? Quad. Plus un, plus un, plus quad. Last you should add IUM. Therefore, what is the name of this element? Un, and quadium. Simply symbol if you want to write, first letter you write UUQ. Okay now. Okay, next 102. 102, what we can write, sir? 1 means un plus nil, 0 nil. 2 means by plus, sir, you see, for last word I, last letter after these three, last letter I is there, then you should write only UM, don't write IUM. Here quad, I is not there here, that's why I am adding IUM. Carefully see, last I where it is come, if last number is 2 or last number is 3, I will come. Therefore, in the two cases, what you are using? UM. Otherwise, remaining all cases, you can use IUM. So here what, sir? It become only UM you are adding. Un, nil, biome. You can write UNB. UNB. Sir, based on this technique, you try to write 100 to 118 elements nomenclature. But in PUC also sometime they will ask one more question. Write the nomenclature of 101, 110, like that element they will ask. Don't write more than this 100 to 18. Is it clear? So this is the today's class. What we are seeing, what is valency, how to find valency. Next, nomenclature of an element having atomic number greater than 100. Is it clear? Okay, we'll continue with one new topic in next session. Thank you one and all.